If you want to delete it off Twitch, that'd be awesome.
I don't think I can from my phone.
Okay.
I will try, but I don't think I can.
Internet problems. We are back live. Hi. There, the pre-show's on.
Pre-show.
Let's just make that clear. You need to talk.
No, you cannot make me.
You say words, please.
Sorry. I was tweeting on my Twitter machine.
How is the Twitter machine?
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. The tweet is out. Holy cow, it's cold.
It's beautiful out. You had to spend extra time outside today.
I did, because you locked me out.
Yeah, today's pre-show is lit. I'm just sitting here talking to myself. It's fun.
You're talking to yourself?
I was earlier. Like, I don't think I even told you that we went back on air. I'm just sitting here like, cool. This is fun.
Oh.
And you couldn't hear me. It was fine. I just sounded like a psycho, which Joe had to point out, so thanks.
No big deal.
It's casual. I locked you out of the house. I felt bad.
You did. It was negative 1,000 outside.
Well, and everything's turned to ice, so there's no option. Like, there's no option for you to, you know, have any
what
sort
was
of
I going
stability.
to do? Was I going to huddle up?
Yeah, like, here we go.
You couldn't even crawl into the grass.
No.
It really is all ice. Like, my house is on a semi-hill. Like, not really, but it's enough of the hill that you can slide all the way from my front door down to where my car is.
You can.
Ski yourself down there.
Well, and it's funny because I don't think about it until it is bad outside. Like, I don't know how you get out of that. You just go back the other way?
Well, I park my car backwards so that I can go downhill to begin with. Because, if I parked it the proper way, I could never get up that hill.
No. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, no. It parks backwards. Little Lou. He's trying, though. Lou, my car has become quite the snow bunny. He's done pretty well this year. In all of our freaking never-ending winter storm.
It's been horrible. And I'm like, yeah, well, I just don't drive, so.
I would like to be that way.
It's a vibe. When we all move downtown and have our compound and take over like the 8th floor of someplace, then we'll be all right. We won't have to travel anywhere.
For real. Like the minute that the freaking tram thing, what is it called? Streetcar. The streetcar. As soon as the streetcar gets down to Waldo, you won't see me anymore. I will go only places that the streetcar reaches, and that is it.
So, I may or may not have been watching the local news this morning, which I know you're so fond of.
Super great reporting.
Journalism. Always a great time. So I was watching it, and I saw that this streetcar has this, like, thing that they, on the front of it, that they call McBrushy Face. And it's just, like, a plow part. It's like a plow extension. But they call it Mr. or like it's like McBrushy Face or Mr. McBrushy Face or something stupid.
Why?
I don't know, but they like did an entire fucking segment on it this morning. I'm like, has gun violence gone down in Kansas City? Has like everything calmed down?
What about McBrushy Face though?
How's McBrushy Face?
What
like,
in the hell?
It was fucking weird.
I am on board for that type of journalism purely because, I mean, it lightens the day, but I know that the rest of the Kansas City news is not exactly hard-hitting, so.
I don't know, McBrushy face is pretty
McBrushy
important.
face. How is it possible that in today's day and age, like, we even have news stations that are the way they are anymore? Like, how are they not catching on to what the vibe is that people are going for these days?
I have absolutely no idea because it doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Like when I watch Anchorman, and I know it's a movie that I don't. Did you like that movie? I feel like you don't.
No, I didn't like it.
I mean, it's definitely over the top and ridiculous, but when they were like having Veronica Corningstone report on the cat fashion show,
Yeah.
that's still what happens to this day. Like that format of like, here's super cheesy thing, let's put a woman on it and have her whatever. And then now like straight out of journalism students that like are barely above interns, but they're still entry level. Those are the type of things that they have them do.
Not even barely above entry. Like, my friend is on the news in Atlanta, and he literally just had to do a cat fashion show. Like,
Are you serious?
like, very recently, he
I
covered a
can't.
cat fashion show, and the other day he covered, like, I don't know, it was some sort of convention, and they were riding around in, like, motorized scooters, like the old people scooters. Like, this is the height of what he was doing. He actually does a lot cooler stuff than that, too, but this was part of his job, and I was just like, why? Why are we doing this?
People gotta know. They need to know what the cats are wearing these days.
I can't hate on it, because we're getting him to put us on the news. If you're in Atlanta in September,
Great.
we're going to be on the news.
I love these surprises. I'm just so excited to go to Atlanta and be on the news. We have people here wanting to do news stories on us, and I keep telling them, no, we're not ready yet. But we're going to go to Atlanta and make our debut.
Yeah, we'll be in costume, so is it us? You'll never know. We're going to whip out your Scuttle costume.
That would be the best. I cannot wait. Is Scuttle like a thing in every game? Or is there
I don't
like,
play other games, so I don't know.
either, but like I would just want to know if people know what we're talking about. Because I'm like,
No, I don't think it... like, Scuttle is new to League of Legends, so
Okay.
I don't think that...
So Scuttle
Newer.
is like this
Not
little
really.
thing that like if you kill it, then it gives you a ward.
Yeah,
It basically wards the area that you kill it in, and it's always in front of the dragons.
right.
And
It's a little
so
crab.
The
type
jungler
of
always
thing.
has to go and get those so they have better vision. Map awareness.
Map awareness.
Using so many terms. I feel like I'm looking at my teacher reporting on something because
Yes.
you did teach me all this shit. But so the Scuttle looks like, I don't even know what it looks like.
It's like a crab turtle.
It's like a crab turtle frog.
Yeah,
And it's on its belly the whole time.
on its belly. It likes the green juices.
So yeah, I would just be on one of those like old school from the 90s kid starter pack not razor scooters, but those scooter things.
Yeah,
And then,
the butt scooters.
Yeah, and then just scuttle around in a green outfit.
I still think you should be Nocturne. Like, I think you should be full, like, black bodysuit, and then, like, I'll make you, like, wings so you can be like, dark.
But I want to go to the power source and get a PA system
Yes.
and kill the power and be like, darkness.
Yes.
And then run away.
Yeah, I think you should do that.
That's going to be my thing.
He says something different now, though. I've been playing against a lot of
You have?
Nocturnes lately. I don't remember
That's
what it
so
is.
random.
It's not darkness, though. Or maybe because he's on my team, he doesn't say darkness, he says something else. I don't know.
I don't
This
know.
is a really
I just
good,
love the idea
helpful.
of just like going, darkness.
I know, that's what I want. I want it to happen.
We were at your birthday brunch when we talked about this.
Yeah. So this has been planning for almost, by the time we get around to Dragon Con, a year. So it's happening.
I'll have one day I'll go as a Scuttle, and the other day I'll go as Nocturne.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Just go whisper in people's ears, darkness.
Yeah. And then kill them.
Is that what he does? What is his ult? I don't understand him.
That's his ult, is he, like, can pinpoint somebody, like, halfway across the map and dash to them with the darkness thing. And then the rest of the team, like, unless you're immediately around his circle, you can't see your teammates on the map.
Solid.
Yeah, but he also has, like, a latchy thing, so, like where he, like, harnesses onto you and pulls you. So, like, we could get you, like, a whip.
Okay.
Not a whip, but speaking of which,
Whips.
when we were in Tennessee, I bought a whip.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gone. It never made it out of Tennessee. I don't know who took it.
I think they were afraid that we had weapons.
I think they did take the weapons from us.
I think they
like,
did.
What the hell? I paid a whole $8 for that. It was going to fall apart the minute I cracked it.
But we did, didn't we?
Did we? I don't think we ever got to try it for real because we were in our room and then like.
Yeah, I think we did it when we were walking. I feel like we did. Maybe I just have so many memories of cracking whips that it's all just blurring together.
So many whip crackings.
Mostly because I was a horse girl.
That reminds me, not to get political on you, but did you see? I don't even know.
Girl.
I don't even know his name. No, the so many whips thing. I don't know. Somebody they in North Carolina or something. A picture surfaced from his college days, I think, and it was of a guy in blackface and then a guy in a KKK outfit. And his response is, I don't think that was me in that picture. So you have other pictures of you either in blackface or in a KKK, but that one's just not it.
I just don't think that one was it. That's not
that one's not me in that picture, but
I thought for sure you're going to mention
they're around.
Horse girl thing because of that chick that always poses with like
Oh, the
ARs.
gun girl, yeah.
The gun chick. Everyone's like, everybody had a horse girl that looked just like or they call her like Kathy or something, and her name's Caitlin.
Kathy.
I don't know what her real name is, but it's
I
just
don't think
like,
it's
funny.
Caitlin. Maybe it is.
I like anything that we make fun of people that like actively pose with firearms just to like be like, ugh.
Gun girl is on a lot of people's woods. But what is it? What's the list that you
Problematic
said?
woods.
Problematic woods.
I love problematic woods. I think we should have some today.
Okay. I don't have like the problem with me is that I don't find anyone to be problematic. So like all of my wood bangs, I would be like
Bundy would be problematic. Serial
well,
killer.
okay, but you don't know going in that it's Ted Bundy, so that's not fair.
Yeah, you do.
So you're saying like Ted Bundy been caught,
Yeah.
would you still?
Yeah.
Because no, I wouldn't.
Okay, that's why it's problematic. You can't just say it's problematic because of like who they are. You have to put yourself in that situation. Like, if you knew that this person like takes like, let's just say you know this is like a brutally violent cop,
Right.
to like only people of certain races, but he's brutally hot,
Okay.
and that's a problematic wood.
Yeah, but if he's gonna be brutally violent to not me, then it's not problematic.
But it's
No, I'm just kidding.
problematic because the moral part of it. That's
I
why.
have no morals.
You do too.
Not in
Ted
that regard.
Bundy,
Ted Bundy, it's not morally wrong. I'm scared that
Murder?
he's gonna kill
Mur-
me.
Murdering like a bunch of women isn't morally wrong.
If he's like, you're not my type, I'm not like to
You're
kill.
not my murder type.
You're not my murder type. Then I'm like, all right.
Cool. I dodged the bullet. What the fuck?
As long as I am not getting any physical harm, there's no problematics.
Yeah. So you're one of those chicks that would have a boyfriend in prison and be okay with it. Got it.
Well, I wouldn't date a boyfriend in prison because they offer nothing to me. I don't date for looks alone. Like, that's not enough.
You date for sport?
I date for sport. It's just fun to me. No, you have to have a whole package. You have to be bringing all of the things. And if you're in prison, that takes away a big chunk of the package.
What does it? What if they make a lot of money in prison?
You can't make money in prison.
What if they
I played Monopoly.
No, but like, what if I played Monopoly? I know about prison. I was expecting you saying something like, I saw the show, what was it, Oz, and like, I know about prison, but no, you're like, I played Monopoly. Yeah, it was on HBO.
Oh.
It was about prison
About
stuff,
prison?
I think.
I don't like those prison shows.
I don't either. But no, it was like one of those, yeah, it was like a money laundering thing. This guy like made more money in prison, so his wife was just like totally okay with it.
That's crazy.
And she like got to do whatever the hell she wanted.
I don't know how you could possibly make more money in prison.
Secret accounts, y'all.
Yeah, but where's the money originating from? Like, I guess if you're
Don't worry
if
about
you're
it.
making hits on people. So like if you were killing other people in prison and then they've deposited the money
Yeah.
to your wife.
Or writing books.
You could be. I don't think you can be a published author in
I would be
prison.
in such good shape if I was in prison.
That's what I was thinking. No, I wouldn't. I'm
Somebody
totally lying. I would be asleep.
Somebody said the other day, they were like, it was some meme and it said, I'm thinking about committing some crime so I can really focus on the gym.
Yeah, I love that one.
Like, do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have the motivation to be... I think I would just read a lot. I'd be really smart when I got out. Assuming I'd get out. I don't know what I wouldn't kill anybody ever. So, yeah. I'd be getting out. Can you go to jail for life for anything else besides murder? I don't think so.
Probably. Theft?
I don't think you can go to jail for life for
Fraud.
theft. Fraud,
Yeah.
you get to go to the nice
Sexual
prison.
assault, for sure.
Sexual assault, maybe. Yeah. But I would have to sexually assault somebody? That also doesn't sound entertaining to me. I'm a beta, not an alpha. Probably kidnapping. Kidnapping's a good one.
I just watched the most fucked up documentary yesterday.
What?
It was the in plain sight, like abduction in plain sight or something.
Ooh.
It was the most, and it was one of my Instagram followers was, and I guess I follow them too if I saw their story. I saw their story and it was like this really fucked up situation, and I just got done telling him about Firefest,
Right.
the documentary. He's like, I don't really know if I think like watching like spoiled kids, or I don't even know what he said, but it was something along the lines of like, I don't really know if that's my thing. And so he showed, or like was posting about this. He's like, it's really fucked up, and the parents of this girl both fall in love with the same guy who is like trying to kidnap their daughter. It's like the weirdest. It's so fucking weird. I don't even know how to explain it.
Wow. That is really weird.
Yeah. So it was a really strange thing. If you guys have seen it, then you probably know what I'm talking about, or if you've heard about it. It was a mindfuck. And this girl is just like, she has no say in if she wants to be like, and then the guy like brainwashed her. It was just fucking crazy.
Wow.
So I'm not watching documentaries again anytime soon.
That's elaborate. I want to see that one.
It was a lot of Jedi mind stuff that I just could not wrap my head around at all.
Well, isn't that how most kidnappings happen? Like, it's people you know?
Yeah, I
Or
think
not.
so. That's why I try to avoid dating.
Yeah. Well, like, I know that's true for, like, rape. Rape is usually people that you know. I didn't know about kidnapping, though. If it's mostly people you know or just randoms. I can't get behind kidnapping either. Like, why would you want to voluntarily be responsible for somebody else? Like,
I don't know. It just, I guess my microphone is being obnoxious again, so I'm just gonna like talk around it. Hello, where are you going? I hate this thing.
sorry.
Sorry about it.
Why don't you trade ours out?
I thought about it, but I don't really want you being any quieter either.
Oh. Alright then.
Okay, let's try that. There we go. Much better.
Much better.
I think.
She touched the dongle.
When I touch things, magic happens.
Ay.
Ay. That was really loud now. That's fine.
Ay.
Ay. Aggressively aying. You do it so we can balance it out.
Do what?
Just say A really loud.
I did.
Do it again.
Ay.
A. Yeah, we're around the same. Sorry if we just
Ay.
murdered your ears. You're welcome.
You're
Well,
welcome.
there's no way that somebody's listening to this live stream of just the video, like, in their headphones. This is the thing that you, like, have on your phone or your computer.
I think a lot of people listen on their headphones.
Never mind.
Or their computer headphones. Like, how are they listening at work?
I would just be that person that listens to whatever the fuck I want at work, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, is this bothering you? That's probably why I don't have a real office job.
Answer.
Yeah, there you go. But no. We've got Freaky Friday today, in case you were wondering. Not as, like, freaky. I want to get back to conspiracy theories.
Well, I don't know any yet. Off
I
the
have a
top of
whole
my
list.
head. There's
I
a whole
just-
bunch of them, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, do you have it ready for today, or we're starting next Friday? We're back to
Nah,
conspiracies.
we'll get back to conspiracy theories. I don't really think people give a fuck about Eastern medicine. I could be wrong. I know that it's very popular with athletes right now.
The athletes.
I give a fuck about learning about it because I don't understand it.
I still don't understand it. I learned about it, and I still don't understand it.
You sure?
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
All
A
right,
little
we're
bit.
getting weird.
We'll touch on some Chinese medicine.
Do we need to say for the record that, like, we're not doctors?
Well,
Do
Eastern.
you think people get confused?
I know, yeah. Like, we're pretty convincing as people that are good at math and or science. Or geography. Or English.
So what do we know? Like, because if we're not landing on any of those subjects, like, what exactly is this?
We know a lot about sports bars in Kansas City.
You want to know about barbecue? We got you.
We know about barbecue. We know about sports in general.
I'd say we're pretty sporty.
We know about The Bachelor.
We know about we know about the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
That's true. 90s pop. Covered.
We got that.
You want to talk some Aqua? Let's go.
Yep. There's so much that we can cover.
Yeah.
How many teams are in March Madness? 152?
Exactly 152. No question about
No
that
question.
answer. Like, this is 100% correct.
This is, I mean, we are nothing but confirmed news only.
Zero doubt. I think it's 152. Okay.
And in my mind, I'm like, 16, 16, 16, 16, 152. I don't even know what 152 is, like, divisible by.
I don't know either. Not 12, not 13. I mean, it's divisible by 2, I can tell you that. Solid mathematician here. Yeah, no, answer is definitely not 152 in March Madness. Can you imagine?
Whatever.
Like, fill out your 152 team bracket, please.
I think you know what? Fuck it. I think we need to go up.
We are adding teams. Picking
Right now-
66, not enough.
Here's my hot take. We need 152 teams in March Madness. It'll weed out the wusses that don't want to fill out a major mega dick energy bracket.
Mega bracket.
Mega bracket. I like
Sponsored.
Big Dick Energy bracket too.
BDE.
Sponsored by Big Dick Energy.
There is a company that's like BDE Energy, and it makes me laugh every time.
I absolutely love this.
BD Energy.
I decided to remove the pre-show prep because I started recording when I made that amazing numbers.
All right.
So we are in it.
We are ready to rock. No drinking today because we gave you no notice.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But we've been doing that. By we, I mean I.
Yeah.
I've been RKOing them
Yeah.
with the
Like,
pre-show.
straight up, we're in it now.
What up?
Pay attention because the minute that thing drops, we're on.
It's on. We're on.
We're
I'm
on.
not going to fuck up the intro this time.
I'm ready for it.
I'm going to fuck up the intro.
I'm ready. I
Well,
changed
Recovery
the
Hydrate's watching this, too.
I changed the wording, so
Oh. It's our Friday on the Sprots Take Show, proudly brought to you by the lovely folks over at Recovery Hydration Therapy. Give them a call, 816-877-6186. One of the only 3 phone numbers I have memorized.
or text them. You don't have to call them.
Oh, yeah, you can text
You
them,
don't
too.
have to speak to them ever.
No,
I mean,
they
you
just
do.
show up in your
You have to
house.
let them in the house and then probably say nice things
What
once
do you,
they're
I
here.
mean, but, like, I'm just like, help me. And then they just do.
Yeah, I wonder.
There's
I
not
do
a lot
wonder
of communication going on.
if you can request recovery hydration. Can you request like a quiet one?
Yeah, can you
Like,
bring
I
me
want
an
no
IV
talking.
and a Hot Pocket?
That's my genius plan for hair places. Like, there should be a quiet station. Like, this is the one where you can sit there and they're not going to talk to you. Like, that's what I want.
Well, like, my hairdresser is one of my best friends, so
Well-
I'm like, this is... But, like, there's been times when she knows that I'm just... I'm not feeling great.
Yeah.
Or I'm, like, in a horrible mood. Or there's times where we've spent 8 hours together and I just have nothing else to say. And it's the most amazing thing to just
Yeah.
not have to talk.
To just not talk. Be there comfortably. The last place that I got my hair cut at, the lady was so content to talk to herself. Like, she was
Oh.
just gabbing. Like, I think she was talking at me. Like, she wasn't talking to herself. She was just talking at me. And which was fine. I was like, go for it. You talk away. I am not saying a word. So, how's the audio? Is it good?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was checking. I'm like,
How's the
"Okay, I
audio?
love you
How many
guys."
teams are in March Madness? We already know.
Yeah, we already covered that.
66.
152. I just, for the
152.
life of me, I don't understand why my brain cannot wrap its head around numbers.
I don't know. And that's what, like, it's not an easy one to do 16 times 4, but, like, you could have rationalized it out, you know. There's
Do I know
4
15
times
times
10
4?
is 40. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like,
15 times 4 is 60. That's easy.
Yeah, like that's how clocks are broken down. If I don't know that, then I'm like, I know numbers and I know time and I know all this stuff. I just,
whatever. That's fine.
I'm really pretty. No.
That's what I always feel like when I'm dumb, like when I do something really stupid, which I do it a lot, in my old age. I do a lot of dumb stuff a lot, and I'm like, I'm not even pretty enough to be like this stupid.
I'm not even hot enough to be this dumb.
I'm like, I really gotta up one or the other.
I really gotta like just be smarter or look better.
One of the two has to happen.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know it's not. I can't get any smarter.
Yeah, it's
like,
never smarter. I'm like,
and
face mask.
And I gotta start, like when I do something really stupid or say something like off the wall, just asinine. I'm like, you're right. It's time to do hair care, facial masks, and just like, get your skin right. Because if you're stupid and you have bad skin,
going nowhere.
Going nowhere.
Going nowhere.
It's like the great Gandhi said. It's like a bitch with no ass. She ain't got shit. Or it could have been Lil Wayne. We don't know. We should play a game one day called Is It Gandhi or Is It Lil Wayne?
I can't imagine that anybody would win. How could they? They're so similar.
It's so, I mean, you go back and it's like, did Lil Wayne rip off all of Gandhi's sayings? Like, I think, like, especially as long as my bitches love me, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Gandhi.
I'm pretty sure.
We also know philosophy.
We do. We know philosophy. We know astrology.
Yeah, we know all the things. Like, if we were at Hogwarts, our fucking teacher, what's her name? Miss, like,
Professor Trelawney.
Yeah. Yeah,
Get
we'd be best friends with
divination
her.
on.
Yeah, we would be those weirdos, like, talking. Well, Harry, I think it's just your rising Capricorn that is doing this to you. Like, we would be the worst.
Yeah, we would.
But there's not a lot of people that go out and, like, can, read Tom Brady's star chart and
know that he's going to retire and then be wrong.
I know, there's not a lot of people that can do that. We can do that.
We can tell you he's going to retire and then he doesn't.
Yeah,
so.
we told you he was going to retire and he definitely did it. But that is no way, shape, or form indicative of Megan's talents.
Not at all.
Like the great Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street. Do not judge me on my wins. Judge me on my losses because I have so few.
There you go.
But that's not true because I take L's every fucking day.
Yeah. Well, here's my rationale, and it's come from League of Legends. As long as you win more than you lose, and it can be one more win than your
just
loss, then you're gonna climb. You're gonna rank up. So.
Are we gonna do some Miley Cyrus? Who wants to pay my traffic ticket for me?
Nobody.
Here it is.
My sister said, "I'm a pimp under pressure. Leave the money on the dresser."
Oh,
Gandhi.
That's totally Gandhi.
Totally Gandhi.
If you guys missed it, we're going to do is it Gandhi or Lil Wayne?
We'll say, is it Gandhi or question mark? Well, it could be. I think it's fair to put Gandhi up against anybody.
Yeah, because Gandhi.
Everybody stole from Gandhi.
Everyone stole from him. Rick Ross.
We'll do philosopher versus rapper because we can do Gandhi or Aristotle.
I thought you said Velociraptor, and I go, that would be impressive.
I got really excited when I said Velociraptor, and then it wasn't.
I was like really excited that you said something about dinosaurs. I'm like,
ooh.
Fuck yeah. The Jeff Fisher mantra. Yeah.
Mantra. Yeah. So we'll do philosopher versus rapper.
But not velociraptors.
But not velociraptors. That's the name of the full segment. Philosopher versus rapper, but not velociraptor.
Damn it. Every single time you say the name of the segment, I'm just going to get mad. I'm going to be like, it's not about dinosaurs.
Velociraptors.
Yes.
Velociraptor versus raptor. Okay.
I can't. You have to stop.
Okay. We're done.
My eyes are watering so bad.
My
crying.
eyes.
I'm crying. You gotta do something, Megan.
No, we're all gonna watch you cry.
No.
It's too good. All right, I'll move on. We have a question from the text line.
What's up?
And I want to know. We're just jumping straight in. Kaufman.
Why does it say anonymous Kraken is on the Google Doc right now? You're an anonymous Kraken?
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's the nicest thing they've ever called me. I usually get like anonymous grasshopper. I'm skipping the first one. So Kaufman or Arrowhead? I want to know. We're in between seasons right now, in between football and in between baseball. So Arrowhead, is it Arrowhead Stadium? Is that the proper name? Arrowhead Stadium for football or Kauffman Stadium for baseball? Which on the vibe, like when you're there, you're chilling, you're hanging out with your bros. Which is better?
For hanging out and enjoying yourself, Kaufman by 100. There's nothing about Arrowhead that's not intense.
Okay.
So I feel like when I go to Arrowhead, I am preparing for battle.
Battle.
And it sounds super fucking cheesy, and it is. It's cool. But knowing that when I go into Arrowhead, it's nothing but yelling, chaos, being as loud as humanly possible, getting as drunk as humanly possible.
Right.
When I go to Kaufman, I'm like, there's 80 more of these fucking games at home. So guess what? I can take my time. I can chill, have some beers, walk around. Oh my God, I'm dying.
Sorry.
Who doesn't love throat clearing sounds? Excuse me, guys. But no, I think Kaufman, like, I have more fun with you at Kaufman. I know I don't have any other soulmates or anything, so I'm just like, I have fun with Megan. But no, like, I have fun when you and I, like, and anyone we go with, we can just, like, take our time. If we want to go to the fountain bar, we can. If we want to walk around, because I like walking around more anyways.
Right.
I hate sitting in a seat and just sitting there. So I think it's more fun to go to Kaufman, for sure.
I agree. I think it's a lot more, like you said, it's a lot more laid back. There's just, like, I don't know what about Arrowhead makes me feel claustrophobic, but, well, I guess it's because it's closed in.
Yeah,
like,
and there's so many more people.
Yeah, there's way more people. Kaufman, well, even on its busiest day, like, I went to the wild card, like, every single spot that could possibly be sold was sold there. But it was not ever, like, claustrophobic. I never felt crammed. I never felt rushed. Like, there were lines, but they weren't ever, like, crazy out of this world lines. So, yeah, Kaufman vibe, got it going on. Got it going on. Sound-wise, though, it's way more fun in Arrowhead because they have it all enclosed in, and so you're just, like, yelling at each other, and it's great. I don't like that Kaufman is open on the baseball, like, side. Like, I don't like to see the interstate. I want a full...
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
It's
full
like,
circle.
Oh, well, here's the shit Missouri roads right outside.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they built something out there, but they never will, so...
Well, and that's why we have such a huge case for downtown baseball stadium.
Right.
Arrowhead could take over that turn that into a parking garage.
Yeah, and they would in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. But that field is just so... I mean, I don't see it, and it's just simply because we've had so many people come in Kansas City and be like, all right, downtown stadium, that's going to be a priority. You know, honestly, we have the West Bottoms area. Mm-hmm. That whole area is so... Like, it's in a revival right now. I think we got to focus on one thing at a time. We focus on Crossroads. Now we're focusing on West Bottoms.
Right.
We focus on so many different areas. So I think after everything is kind of settled down there, we can kind of see if it's going to work out. But I just don't see it happening.
Let's just kill Westport.
Honestly, I would be okay with that.
Just level it and put in the stadium.
I guess there's this new... Denver, I saw this because I think it's Remembrance Day photography. They always post like new and exciting shit happening around Kansas City that they are going to go either do photos at or like go check out. And it's like this Denver based cafe that does breakfast all day long. Like they're
all
open
omelets.
What?
All omelets. The
all
Denver
omelets.
omelet.
All Denver omelets.
That's
It's
it.
the only option. But it's open till 2:30 a.m. I'm like, if it's a breakfast place and it's okay, that's cool. But like I saw that and I'm like, but it's going into Westport. I'm like, now I know I'll never go there.
Yeah.
Because I hate Westport.
Going to Westport is a hassle and a half. Like you have to be planning. Yeah.
And I know that nobody should really be driving if you're going to be drinking, but even just for an event, just trying to get somewhere.
Trying to get an Uber to get to where you need to get to is impossible. Like you have to get dropped off blocks away at Westport. I do not enjoy going down there. But I'll have you know that Neighborhood Cafe serves breakfast until 2:30 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So
yeah, I just
come to Waldo.
I just don't really. I can't get excited about anything because I have my breakfast place, which it is the best place in the world because it starts serving booze at 6:30 a.m.
True, which is like unheard of because it's on the Kansas side, right?
Yeah. I was thinking about taking you there today, but I'm like, we got to go to OG.
We're going to Olive Garden today. There is no exceptions. We have said that we were going for 3 days, but it's not our fault. Shit happened.
Yeah.
We're going today. We're getting all of the stuffed pasta.
Stuffed pasta.
And I'm going to order. Can I have the mozzarella? When you're here, you're here.
I fucking love that so much.
If you have not seen the Olive Garden, what is it, like commercial robot? Yeah. Go Google it. Freaking funny. Freaking funny, man.
It's freaking funny.
It's freaking funny.
Oh, man.
My nose is running. It's so cold down here.
Anything going on in Kansas City the last couple days, you guys?
In the city itself, no.
In the city.
The Royals did sign a pitcher. We signed Brad Boxberger.
Oh my god, the best name.
You're really excited about the name Boxberger, and I don't know why. Like
Boxberger.
Boxberger. It sounds more like a football name, to be honest. It's kind of a weird
dirty.
base. It's dirty?
No, it's not. I'm just being creepy.
You're into weird stuff.
Boxberger.
What?
Yeah.
Stop whispering that.
Boxberger.
Stop saying that. No. Anyway. We got him. He's a relief pitcher. He was closing his last location. What am I trying to say? The Diamondbacks. So he could close for us, take over for Peralta, because he is a high strikeout pitcher, but he also walks a lot. So, but our current closer, Peralta, walks more. So I guess it's whichever one got better in the off season. I'm not really sure, but either way, we have a solid tandem for closing now, a setup and a closer.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's not what we needed, but
thanks, appreciate it.
It doesn't hurt, I guess.
I love that. You're just like, it's not what we needed, but
no,
cool.
I need a long man. Can you get a long reliever, please? We'll see. It's spring training hasn't even started yet, so who knows? Perhaps one will appear.
Now you're the anonymous grizzly.
Oh.
This is exciting. I just like seeing what's going on over here.
I'm unauthorized in the notes. I'm unauthorized in the show notes, and I'm just some random animals. I wish I was the Kraken still. That's
Kraken was
unfortunate.
awesome. That's like the most you thing.
I know.
Or the anonymous Boxberger.
The anonymous Boxberger.
So you don't find his name funny at all?
I don't think it's awkward. Like I don't know why I always think of Ben Roethlisberger whenever I hear Brad Boxberger, but that's what I think of.
That does kind of, it's the same amount of syllables, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually know that, so please don't count them out.
Can we not look stupid for just one day? We just really want to look like we know what we're talking about for just 10 minutes.
Whatever. Brad Boxberger. It's a good sign. Not what we needed, but it's not a bad thing either. So.
We got the thumbs up, guys.
Thumbs up. Speaking of baseball, they changed the wording for disabled list to injured list. How do you feel about that?
I think it's funny.
It's
got everybody pissed off.
I don't know why people are pissed off. Like, I mean, it is a silly kind of change, but it also makes sense. Like, they're not disabled.
Why did they even start saying disabled to begin with?
It was from a long time ago. Like I don't know
20s?
why. But, like, the original name for it was, like, the hospital list, which I think we should go back to that.
I think we need to go back to hospital list. We don't really know.
Sorry, he's on the hospital list.
Hospital list.
Yeah. I don't know how we got to disabled, but it's... Baseball people are very much against changing baseball anything if they're actual fans. So, of course, they're mad, but it was... People are dumb. That was a rightful change. They weren't changing it per se to be politically correct, although it is more politically correct. Because, I mean, I'll be fair. The very first thing I thought when I saw that, and I was like, looks at Cleveland Indians. Like, we're allowing this.
Excuse me.
The Atlanta Braves, this.
Okay.
Whatever. I mean, I don't care about that either, personally, but I'm not a Native
night.
American.
Wow, I just remember that I had this dream last night.
Okay, I had a dream.
I had a dream that
Fourscore and
Dan Snyder of the Washington Redskins had me come in and rename their team.
Oh. Okay. What did you rename it to?
I renamed them to the Washington Virginians.
Bold.
I I just remembered that I did that. I was like, you know when you wake up, I don't know, maybe I just wake up and do this stuff, but I was sitting there and I'm like, I woke up and I'm like, you know what, that would be a solid thing. Like, I can see how Virginians, I'm like, because they're played in Maryland, Virginia? I don't know.
Virginia.
Virginia?
They play in Virginia.
I don't even know DC. Like, if you said put it out on a map, I'd be like, I think in this, like...
I mean, it is between the two.
So I'm like, all right. But I boldly changed it to the Washington Virginians.
Fuck Maryland.
Fuck Maryland.
You are not a participant.
You guys have the Ravens, so... Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, yeah, it is in Maryland. Yeah.
And I always forget that, too. It's
I was legitimately, like, while you were talking, I was like, what's one redeeming quality about Maryland?
Crabs. What does Maryland do
Maryland
best?
have so
Crab
much?
cakes and football.
Okay, I'm on board for this now. You know, at first I thought you were actually the stupidest person I've ever met, but you cut out half the state of DC.
I know.
But I actually support this because you're right. Virginia has nothing. Maryland has Baltimore Orioles, Baltimore Ravens. Like, they've got their Baltimore sadness. Virginia deserves it. They get the whole thing. I wonder if the Washington Redskins stadium is actually in DC or not. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know where they play. At all. What are you making?
I'm just like, I think that is the most flattering thing you've ever said to me, is like, I honestly thought you were the stupidest person I know, but you're not. And now that that makes sense, I'm like, I feel so validated right now. My day could just go to shit and be like, hey, I am not the stupidest person making notes.
You are not even close to the stupidest person. Even before, when it was a stupid idea, you are not the stupidest person. Not even close.
I'm like, holy fuck, I feel accomplished. Like, now you're starting to see my point that I have no idea why in this dream I was like,
dream.
The Washington Virginians.
That's it. That's hilarious, though. And it's funny because it's Washington and Virginia. Like... We're gonna confuse everybody.
Yeah, and but like in my mind, the Virginia colony, like that is the first person. It's the first colony, right? Because it's like the Virginia Company and all that shit.
I don't know.
I
believe you.
But like in my mind, I'm like, oh well, they're the first Americans. Let's make them not like, don't call them like Redskins. They are Native Americans. These are the first like new to America,
modern American,
like whatever. So let's make them the Virginians.
I support it.
And then it's more...
I want to be like the Washington Betsy Rosses.
The Washington Monuments. All right, guys. Perfect. We got the new name. I'm so excited.
It's a bunch of like...
The Wizards, Capitals, and Monuments.
It actually sounds kind of nice.
I think we just figured this out.
I think it sounds kind of nice. It's better... I mean... I like Monuments better than I liked the Wizards, Capitals, and Virginians.
Wizards, Capitals, Virginians. Virginia. Yeah.
Virginias.
The Virginias. There is West Virginia. I was going to say Washington, Virginia.
That is true. How dare I say that Virginia has nothing when they have West Virginia? Virginia owns West Virginia.
Like,
it's just natural.
Virginia, it's just kind of gross.
Oh my gosh, I hate West Virginia. I'm sorry. I'm Googling where the Washington Redskins play, so give me just a moment.
I swear if it's in Virginia, we have a new name.
I know, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm like, is it on the Virginia side? I don't know like how small DC is.
I have no idea.
They play... Why can't you just give me the address? Why is it so hard for you? FedEx Field, where are you?
Oh, I think that's in...
FedEx Field address. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh, crushing your dreams. It's in Maryland.
Oh, that's even better. Let's name it Virginians.
All right.
No, that's even better because then it's like, oh, well, we're in Maryland. Yeah, but we're the Virginians, so...
I get... You know what, though? To be fair, they should balance it out that way. Like, you play in Maryland... You got to give Virginia love, and so therefore you are the Virginians of Maryland.
Virginia is for lovers.
Yes.
I had that on a trucker hat.
Yes, I heard that 2,000 times when The Bachelor went to Virginia. Bachelorette did, anyway.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was awful. the dudes would not stop saying it. And I was like, stop.
Nothing about Virginia, like, makes me think of having sex.
Or
So,
just even love. Like, not even, like, sex. Like, falling in love. Like, in Virginia?
it's not the same?
Maybe because it's got virgin in the name.
Virgin. That's what they should have had Colton's. We're
Right.
in Virginia.
Or in Virginia. Now we're going to go to West Virginia.
Now we're going to the Virgin Islands for a date.
Damn it. Why didn't they do that?
God, that would have been beautiful. They went to fucking Thailand.
They should have gone to the
Singapore.
Virgin Island. They still have time. They save the tropical dates for later usually.
They're going to go to the Virgin Islands.
I sincerely hope so. We should go to the Virgin Islands.
Honestly,
I don't need a passport for that.
I will firefest somebody if they just pay for my trip to Sandals. I don't really care at this point.
That's fair. We do need to go somewhere all inclusive. Like that's the dream. I've never been anywhere that's like an all inclusive resort. I'll go to Great Wolf Lodge if it's all inclusive.
I fucking love
it's
all
not,
inclusive
but
is the tits.
I've never had it and I want it. And that's all I have to say about that.
My parents took me to all inclusive resorts when I was not old enough to legally drink anywhere, but they all served me.
Really?
And I got hammered. And
How
I was
is that
15 sitting by the
possible?
pool, and I was like, all right, well, I'll have a pina colada, thinking, I'm 15. They're going to know. They're going to know that I should not be drinking. No, they did not know.
That's
so
amazing.
I was wasted. When they came back, they're like, how was scuba lessons? I'm like, oh, I forgot to go. I was drunk. And they're like, why are you drunk? And I'm like, well, you leave me all day at a pool.
They served me. That's why. Rico gave me a pina colada.
Yeah, go find him. I don't know which one it is at this point. Sorry. But no, it's the fucking dream. Like that's where I dream about waking up and not having to spend a single dime because everything's already paid for.
Yeah. And like not thinking and having to worry about stuff. Like it's just there. Like I want a drink, I go get a drink.
They come to you.
That's amazing.
You can just sit there and they'll walk by and be like, hi.
Like this is the height of Americanism and I need it.
I know.
And I haven't had it.
That I can't believe that. So we'll find any place. That's what I told, we were talking to a couple of hotels, sponsorship stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, I'm like, a millennial package, all you do is say like, yeah, it's $200 a night for this hotel, but all your food, all your drinks, 24-hour room service, and you can stay here for the weekend. Like do a weekend package.
Right.
Where it's like, or just have it like as expensive as you want it to be.
Yeah, 200 is a little cheap probably.
Yeah, like 400 for a night and all your meals, and it's around the clock.
Yeah. That'd be smart.
That's all.
I would
like,
do that.
Even then, at the resorts, like they want you to get wasted to the point where they have like bottles. They had bottles of rum, tequila, vodka, and I think whiskey. And they were just in the room with all the mixtures you want at the all-inclusive resort.
That's crazy.
Like, so they want you to just be drunk.
But why?
I don't know.
Like, my question to that is, what purpose does it serve to have your guests super drunk? Like, it's not like you, like, are getting them drunk so that they spend money. They're not.
They do. I mean,
On
because then
what?
you can buy, they do this thing. This is like the first time we went down to all-inclusive place, they did this. They had like, oh, come to this like free breakfast seminar thing or like come to this
like
and
a
we'll get this
timeshare
for
thing?
free. Yeah. And it's totally a timeshare thing.
Yeah.
And we were like this close to doing it, but they're being super pushy.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, this is fucking stupid. So we got all mad. But we were this close to having like timeshare property.
I can't go to those because I will get a timeshare.
Remember
like,
when Schlee got wasted and blacked
Yes.
out at Zubas Palooza and
got
bought
it.
a timeshare?
Yeah, at the Royals game.
Gave them her debit card. It was like, sure. Zubas Palooza will fuck you up.
Yeah. But we're not having one this year.
Yeah, the Royals decided no.
No Zubas Palooza. Yes, Gay Pride Night. No Zubas Palooza. So everybody that's mad about Gay Pride, I will be tweeting you that day and fueling your hate fire. When like we could have had Zubas Palooza night.
Yeah.
And instead we're celebrating two guys that are in love. That like I can't believe this.
I can't believe this. We're totally gonna troll
Super
that.
mad.
I just can't imagine like how it's 2019 and people are still like mad about those nights.
I don't get it either.
I'm like, you know that like unless this has anything to do with you, why does it bother you?
No, and we don't even have like Kansas City is very much blue state. Blues.
It's
Blue.
it's a liberal,
Blue
moderate
city.
city.
Yeah, very moderate,
You
very
get on the Kansas
progressive.
side,
Like
yeah.
literally half the town is sectioned off for hippies and just free living style
Yeah,
people.
like no one cares what you do.
Nobody cares. No. So it's not like the people of Kansas City are actually mad about this, but surely they love to get mad online for no reason.
It's not the people of Kansas City, it's the people who don't live here. And
That's
like,
true.
I wanted to come to a game, but I'm not coming to that
Right.
queer game. Like, good God.
Looking at you, St. Joe people.
Let them stay in St. Joe.
I know. You stay in St. Joe and stop tweeting me. Or
Yeah.
not me, but
Oh,
the
shit,
Royals.
so this was a personal thing. Okay.
No, I don't know any actual people. Well, my aunt lives in St. Joe, but and she would also probably be against gay people. I don't know. She's pretty cool.
I know somebody in St. Joe, but that's like, they don't give a shit about anything, so it's like, all right, that's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shout out to Mark Brad.
Oh, Mark Brad.
Yeah.
Well, we know a lot of people in St. Joe, to be fair. We
Oh,
went to
that's
St.
true.
Joe one time.
I've been there more than one time.
Yeah, you did. But we
I like went to training camp.
went to St. Joe and we had alligator because that makes sense.
That was so weird.
Why did we go there?
Training camp.
Yeah, we went to training camp. It was actually pretty fun. We had the full St. Joe experience, and by full experience, I mean we drank on a bridge.
That
At
is the
10
St.
in the
Joe
morning. At
experience.
10 in the morning, we had beer on a bridge.
And spray paint. They gave us spray paint.
And they gave us
too.
spray paint. I still to this day don't know where the spray paint came from.
I don't either.
How did we have it? I don't know, but shouldn't have given it to us. Probably shouldn't have just named that location. We were in Iowa. Was
Definitely not over I-70 or anything.
definitely our names are not on a bridge.
Definitely. We saw that spray paint. We said, we can't do this.
That is bad. We should dispose of this spray paint immediately and not put our names on this bridge.
We have to just, we have to leave. We cannot be, seen.
No, this is
No.
a terrible, terrible moralless land
I know.
in St. Joe.
We must leave immediately. We don't belong here.
We don't belong
We don't
here.
belong here at all. Yeah, so that's exactly what we did. We just left, like the perfect angels that we are.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. There won't be a picture up on Instagram later.
Definitely not.
No.
It's like when I was topless in the ocean. Didn't happen.
Ugh. That freaks me out. I don't know why that freaks me out. Like, going naked into water, not a shower water, but like a pool or lake or anything freaks me out. Like, a swimsuit's not protecting your hoo-ha
No.
or your, like, parts from any organisms from getting in there. So, like, I don't know why going naked would be any different, but to me, I'm just like, no, you're gonna get, like, a worm in your vagina.
Yikes.
Something,
Well,
like,
luckily, nothing crawled into me via my top half.
yeah, I don't know why it freaks me out.
Yeah, it was fun, but I don't go swimming in, like, lakes and stuff either, because that one time, that one person had a 1 in 400 million chance of getting a brain-eating amoeba
Oh,
in
yeah.
their ear, and I'm like, not doing that.
Yeah.
Enjoy your hashtag lake life all summer. I'll enjoy not having flesh-eating amoebas.
Woo. Yeah, that's scary. I still go in lakes, but I don't, like,
You're
I,
not
I
swimming around
float.
in them.
I
Yeah.
float. But I get enough of the water that,
Yeah.
yes, I could get a flesh-eating bacteria.
Do you stick your head in it?
No.
Then that's where they would go in, brain-eating amoeba. It was flesh-eating, but it went straight to the brain. So that's why it happened.
Yeah, but it would still eat my flesh. I don't want that to happen either.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to lose my foot flesh.
Your foot flesh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, because I'm floating, so, like, that would be, like, basically the
Or
part
your
that was in the
butt.
water was... No, because I'm on a float.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm suspended
Not
above
a
water,
rat,
except...
not like a tube, but like a float.
Yeah.
I'm not very smart today. I apologize.
I try not to. I like being near water. I like floating on water. I don't like being in water.
Yeah,
So...
I understand that. Do you like to listen to the river for 8 hours at a time?
I do.
Take it back.
I do. While people are screaming at each other behind me. It's super fun.
Super fun. Oh my god.
Super soothing.
So no, what we were trying to talk about was the whole people being offended by like it not being the DL anymore. It's
Oh,
the
yeah.
injured list.
Yeah, we're offended by the injured list and gay people. Baseball is a real progressive sport.
It's weird how it's not picking up with the young people.
The young people. I don't know why they say that, because it's doing just fine, to be honest.
It's
but,
doing fine for sure. It's just the matter of the excitement around it.
Yeah.
There's not as much but there's never going to be excitement around the regular season baseball from the younger crowd, just because it's not
There's too many.
Yeah, there's just too much.
We have stuff to do all the time. I have stuff to do. I have too much stuff to do to watch all of the games. I do watch most of the games. And I follow up with them anyway if I miss them. But, Lord, I do not have enough time to watch 3 hours worth of one thing every single night.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Cut the season down. It's ridiculously long. I am on board for that. That's never going to happen. They did propose some rule changes that, again, it's all pace of play shit. Which the pace of the game is not a problem. I have watched more football games this year than I have watched in my entire lifetime. Football has a pace of play problem. Baseball is doing fine. It's constant action. They only break to go in between innings, which is normal. It's a normal commercial break. Football goes to break like every other play. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
But it's a totally different game, too.
Oh, yeah. Completely different
game. The physicality versus baseball. Like, the physicality in short bursts.
Right.
Baseball
they can't possibly. Yeah. They can't possibly shorten NFL games for the athlete side of it. Like, there's just nothing they can do there. But they have a pace of play problem. They should figure that out. How to entertain me without commercials.
And I've never thought that baseball had a pace of play problem until other people started getting mad about it.
Right.
I was like, okay, I get that, it takes forever sometimes, but that's just the game.
Well, they don't have a pace of play problem. They just think that that's why millennials and the younger generation are not paying attention. It's because of the pace of play. And I'm like, the baseball games are the exact same length as football, as hockey, as everything. It's not that's a problem, but whatever. Anyway, they want to change. These are proposed rule changes, and if you've paid attention to baseball at all, they propose rule changes about this time every year, and exactly none of them make it, usually. Usually none of them, maybe one, but the MLB is very much union-based. Most of the players are in the Players Association, which is a union, so every rule change that the MLB proposes has to be approved by the MLB and by the Players Association. So I know probably many people don't deal with unions anymore, but I do at my other job, and they are a pain in the butt. So most of these won't go through unless they're super beneficial to both sides. So the number one thing that would be beneficial to both sides would be, roster expansion. So they want to expand. The normal roster right now is 25 guys. They want to expand that to 26, which would mean that 30 dudes get a full-time major league career job, which I think is pretty cool. Conversely, what MLB is getting from that is they'd cut September call-ups from 40 to 28, which I also think is cool, because in September, when you're watching kids that you'll never see again because we're going to cut them after the end of this season, nobody cares, I know that for the average baseball fan, that doesn't really mean anything to them, but I'm on board for that one. You have any thoughts on that? Probably not.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm so used to not seeing people that matter until years later.
Right.
It doesn't really get me hyped. If there's a certain prospect that I want to see from that selection, I'll see them eventually if they're good. But if they're not, then it's I don't really care either. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Bye-bye.
Put them in the pit. No, I do not mean that. The only thing that I cared about, which was the next one, was the universal DH.
Yeah, that's the biggest controversial one. And surprisingly, that one's coming from the union. They want a universal DH, which doesn't make sense to me. Except that I guess by having a DH, it is forcing teams to employ another player, not just another pitcher. But I don't know. I hate this rule. I like I like NL rules. I am pro pitchers batting. I think everybody should bat. Pitchers would be better at batting if they were raised knowing that they were going to be batting. You know what I mean? Pitchers suck at batting right now. That's because they know that they don't have to do it.
But it's so fun to watch. It's look at that dog walking on its hind legs.
Yeah, it is fun to watch. And some of the pitchers can really hit balls. They can really rake. And it's fun to see that. When your pitcher takes another pitcher deep, it's hilarious.
It is really funny.
Because
they know so much about the pitches that it's almost a no-brainer. Why aren't they batting too?
Yeah. And they should, in theory, by that math. by that
Don't accuse me of
rationale,
any numbers.
by that rationale, they should be better, you know, because
Yeah.
you're right. They know the pitches, they know what the opponent is throwing, like, and how their kind of wind up mechanisms work. Yeah, they should be nailing balls. So I am not for universal DH. If it happens, it's definitely not going to happen this year, I don't think. But
I want all the pitchers to, you know, have to go up there.
yeah, and it's fun. Like NL games are more, I don't want to say more fun, but it's entertaining how much brain work the coaches have to do. Like the managers have to think ahead as far as, will my pitcher be staying in? So should he bat or should I sub him in? Blah, 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 blah. It's fun. It's fun.
It is fun. And you just have a different element of the game when you get to see that. So I don't understand the problem.
I don't either, but they want a universal DH, which I guess would, like I said, employ more players. But that also means that a pitcher gets one less spot probably. So I don't get it. Whatever. Those are the main ones. They're trying to add a 3-batter minimum for pitchers. I don't think that'll happen. And then they're trying to add, every year they bring up the pitch clock, which they're doing in the minor leagues for 20 seconds. It'll never make the major leagues, so I'm over this conversation.
What about the hot dog race? Will they continue to do that everywhere?
Well,
the condiment race, sorry.
The what?
The condiment race.
Condiment race.
Not the hot dog race.
It was, well, I mean, they're on hot dogs. Condiments on hot dogs.
Yeah.
They'll do it here for sure. The Nationals, your Virginia team, they do the presidents. They have like the Franklin Roosevelt,
Oh my
George
God,
Washington,
that's amazing.
like running
what a
around.
weird flex.
Yeah, I don't know. They're odd. Everybody's odd.
Virginians.
Those Virginians, man, they get weird, and nothing we can do about that. Nothing we can do about that. That it makes no sense. There's a lot we can do about Virginia. Just get rid of it.
Flood it. I was so offended
Flood
when
it.
somebody said that they should flood Kansas. I'm like, guys,
Well,
it does make perfect sense, but come on.
it does make sense. What are they offering?
We offer nothing.
No, because like if all of the Overland Park people moved to like the Missouri side, we can make it new Overland Park over there.
I think that we could infiltrate Missouri, like the mid region between, like southern Missouri and like I-70 Missouri.
Yeah.
We could make that area like the new Johnson County.
Yeah, this is where the new rich people live.
Lock Lloyd is right across the road. And it's like a private gated community, and it's super freaking nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if it was over here, it'd be like in the millions, but it's like in the 300s.
Jeez, really?
It's crazy.
That is Missouri.
Yeah, so this
no
real
rules.
estate around this area is definitely worth something. Maybe we could work out a deal where like everything past Johnson County gets flooded, because this is a pretty established area.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
could have
I
a
like
beach-
Johnson County.
a
so.
lakefront property in Johnson County, and they're like, what lake? And I'm like, oh, the new Great Kansas Lake.
Yeah, the Great
We don't
Lake of
need
Kansas.
crops. We need boating and activities.
I do wonder. Somebody needs to. I'm sure somebody has crunched the math of like water sport, like resort state versus wheat.
Do we
Which
really need
one's
wheat?
gonna make
Everyone's
more?
allergic to it.
For real, we can't have bread anymore. We're all keto.
We're all keto, so we don't need corn, wheat, nothing. We need absolutely nothing from our crops. Let's just flood Kansas.
All right.
And then you have like, we can have our own version of Lake Tahoe, because Lake Tahoe is on Nevada and in California.
True.
And it's surrounded by everything you want. Mountains. You go a little bit out further. If you want desert atmosphere, you have desert.
That is true. I
Like,
mean, we don't
we
have
could-
any of those things though.
But if you flood it close enough to the mountains in Denver and like Colorado mountains.
Oh,
then
we're
we would-
flooding part of Denver now, or Colorado
we're
now.
flooding that horrible part of Colorado and Kansas that nobody cares about.
Why don't we just flood Wyoming? What crops do they offer?
I don't think any. I don't know.
What is that state doing?
It's just sitting there. And every single time I've been in Wyoming, it's been just grassland.
Yeah, like they have cattle, but we can do cattle elsewhere.
We could easily do cattle. We'll do cattle wherever.
We'll do cattle. Well, Kansas will take the cattle. We'll flood Wyoming. Wyoming is now resort state. It's kind of in the middle-ish of the
But it's
country.
too cold.
Is it cold in Wyoming?
Yeah, it gets really cold.
It gets cold here. It's cold now.
I want like western Kansas flooded, so
All right. Western Kansas to Wyoming, because they touch, right?
no.
Oh.
There's like Idaho and
Idaho's way
Dakota
up
and
north.
Nebraska.
What?
Nebraska,
We don't touch Idaho.
No, we don't touch Idaho. Utah. Colorado, Utah, Nebraska, and then it's like the Dakotas, and then it's Wyoming.
Wyoming is not north of
Oh, it's
Megakota.
north of Colorado?
It's either north of Colorado or south
Guys,
of Colorado.
why do you keep doing this to me? Why do you keep doing this? You are setting me up for like, be like, no one, like, you are making me look like an idiot by giving me these questions.
They're both square. I don't know. Where is Wyoming?
I can't believe this.
Googling.
I hate you. I'm never answering
If I
that question.
was looking at a map, if we were looking at a map, we would know. Like, if there was a map of the world in front of us, we would know. But you're asking us to blind describe that, so that's not fair. Okay. Wyoming is north of Colorado, but south of Montana. It is touching Megakota. So no, we don't touch Wyoming. You're correct. Nebraska does, though.
That's why I said Nebraska.
No, we touch Nebraska, obviously.
No, but like Nebraska had to. Cause,
Yeah.
Like, it was, okay.
Nebraska, Megakota, Idaho, Montana, and Utah all touch Wyoming and Colorado.
Wow, that was stressful.
All right.
A lot of stress.
Anyway, we're flooding it, so it doesn't fucking
We're flooding
matter.
it, so this is our grand plan.
Yeah.
All-inclusive Lake Town Resort 2025.
Lake State. Like, it's a lake state.
How do we get all that water?
The ocean has, like, a lot of it.
So we just have a random saltwater lake?
That'd be kind of fun.
We have
Saltwater pools
sharks.
are very chic right now. Everywhere, when I was looking to move here to Kansas City from North Carolina, every single apartment is like, we have a saltwater pool. And I was like, why? But then I was like, I guess it would probably keep the kids away. So I'm here
How?
for it. Do kids like swimming in saltwater? That doesn't sound fun.
I mean, we had a saltwater pool at an apartment complex in college,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just like, I mean, if you drink pool water anyways, it's weird. So it doesn't really do anything. I mean,
Yeah, but like it gets in your eyes. Like you can't open your eyes underwater, right?
yeah, I don't think you can.
I don't
I
know
was
if
never
kids-
really swimming. I was just drunk by a pool.
Well, that's what I mean. Like for adults, it's great. I mean, the place where I was living wasn't really kid friendly anyway. So I don't think there were children there in the first place. But whatever. I never even got to go to the pool. I moved out before it was even summer.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's part of the best part about having a pool or like living
Yeah.
in a apartment or whatever.
I should just go back there. Their pool was not carefully guarded. It had like a key fob thing, but you know you can get any person inside. Like, oh, my hands are full.
Help me.
And then you're like, thanks.
Yeah. Haha.
In your pool now.
So basically you're a spy. Got it.
Yeah.
You know how to collude. And
I have snuck into many a pool. Don't you worry.
I feel like I have too, but it was one of those back in the day things. Back in the good old
Back
days.
in the day when
Back
I
when
was
everybody
a
liked
heathen.
KD and he was not causing problems.
That was a real back in the day then. Back
Yeah.
when KD was not causing problems. So you texted me yesterday about Kevin Durant telling people to grow up. What was he doing? On Twitter? On interviews?
No, he was like straight up press conference. And he was just roasting this reporter, just being like, you know, you tell me all the time, like, I just don't, your questions suck. Like, he was just like going off about this. And he's like, you need to grow up. You stop asking, just grow up. You need to grow up. Just kept saying grow up. And I'm like,
Oh gosh.
would you say grow up?
He is so cranky right now.
I think there's a lot going on in the NBA, obviously.
Yeah. Well, he's not having a good time with the Warriors this year. They've been very fighty with each other. And I mean, it's going to get that way when you have that many superstars on one team for so long and nobody is really the star anymore. There's a little bit too many stars. Kevin Durant is the type that wants to be the star. That's why I don't know. I can't say that's why he went to the Warriors because obviously Steph Curry and everybody was already there. But he wanted to win and he's done that now. And now he wants to be the big man and he has put up good numbers, consistent numbers every year. And he's still getting shit on by people like friggin' Draymond Green, who is a little meatball. So yeah, he's not happy there, but I don't think he will be there. And I mean, nobody thinks he will be there next year. He's got an option where he could stay in Golden State next year, but he's not going to. He'll probably opt out. And I think he's going to go to the Knicks because they just cleared a ton of their cap space, getting rid of Porzingis And then they just released Ennis Canner yesterday, which is not clearing cap space, but it is clearing space because Ennis Canner and Kevin Durant do not like each other even a little bit. So they cut Ennis. They still have to pay him, but he won't be there.
What was going on with the something back in like his homeland? I can't remember. Was it him or was it?
He's banned from his homeland in Turkey.
Yeah.
He can't go back there.
Why was that?
Because he was tweeting about the Turkish president and the Turkish government and how they're terrible, despicable humans. And you can get away with that in America. You cannot do that in Turkey. So, yeah, he can't go home.
You're now an anonymous unicorn.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it.
Yeah. Like, he was on a flight, like, in a, I don't know what city connects to Turkey, but, like, on his way to Turkey. And they're like, nah, you can't come. So he can't see his family. Yeah.
His family's back there.
Yeah. But his family is like pro Turkey, as far as I remember. So he's the only anti-Turkey Turkish man.
Anti-Turkey.
Anti-Turkey.
Well, I guess that's the other thing, that knowing his overall stance on it, I don't think he's too upset by that. I'm sure he's probably upset about not being able to see his family.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to ever go back to Turkey anyway.
Except that one flight.
Well, I mean, yeah, he wants to go see his family, but like, I don't think if he ever retires, as far as I know, he's an American citizen now anyway. I think he got dual citizenship. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't think he had hopes and dreams of returning to Turkey and retiring.
So we see here, you've nicknamed the Pelicans the Pellies.
The Pellies. Yeah, I think that's a name that we should go with from
Pelly Boys.
The Pelly Boys.
What are Pelicans? Are like Scoop Neck Boys.
Scoop Boys. Scoopy Boys?
I like Scoopy Boys, but Scoopy, like, you have to clarify it.
Scoopy Doos?
Because a shovel could be a Scoopy Boy.
Well, how are we going to clarify? Scoopy Birds?
Scoopy Neck Boys.
Scoopy Neck Boys. That's too many words.
Scoop Neck Boys?
Scoop Neck Boys makes you feel like an awkward, like, J. Crew commercial.
Scoop Neck Boys. That would be something that they name their clothes, though. Got these Scoop Neck Boys. And boys is obviously spelled B-O-I-S.
Yeah. I'm going with Scoopy Boys. Yes, it could be shovelers, but we'll clarify in that we're talking about basketball.
Scoopy Boys.
Scoopy Boys.
I dig it.
Scooby Boys.
You know what would be a lot easier if we could ever just call things by their real name.
Pelly Boys.
Pelly
Scoopy
Boys.
Pellies.
Scoop Pells. Scoop Pell Boys.
Pelly Scoops.
Pelly Scoops. I can't. Okay. I absolutely cannot with you. This is like.
So the Pelly Scoops did not trade Anthony Davis. All this hype, all this finding, and they didn't get rid of him at all. So he's still with the team. They had the option to actually bench him for the rest of the season so that he didn't get hurt, and therefore was still tradable at the end of the season. But they're not going to do that. He's back in the starting lineup. I'm sure that'll be not awkward at all.
Yeah, but he's limited. He can't start back-to-backs, and then he only is down to like 37 minutes playing time.
Yeah, he's on a very, very short leash, so they can get rid of him.
God, that would be such an awkward, and I know that we've talked about this, but such an awkward environment to be in. Because you're like, they don't want me, but they want me, but they just want to use me.
They want to use me and abuse me. Yeah, it's super awkward. I don't know about that life.
I don't know. And then like LeBron came on last night. There was like the All-Star team selection thing, and he comes on. He's like, "I want Anthony Davis," and everyone just like freaked out. They're like, "Oh my god!"
They're freaking out. Well, besides that, but his freaking All-Star team, like his selection team, every single person except for James Harden is up for a new contract next year. Like they're all free agents, and I'm like,
yeah. He basically just like trolled the front office, like, "This is what I want.
Yeah,
go get it.
Go get it. Like, here's my dream team. I have compiled them for you. Just talk to them. This is all you have to do.
This is what I want.
I'm going to lock them in this room really quick.
Hold on 1 second. I want all of you.
Go get them."
But doesn't LeBron get what he wants?
Yeah. I mean, everybody's acting like because this Anthony Davis thing didn't work out that they're like, "Oh, we finally beat LeBron." No. He didn't need him this year. Like, the Lakers aren't going anywhere.
No, they're not doing shit.
Like, Anthony Davis would come to sit.
Except last night.
Last night they did do shit, and by they, I mean LeBron. It was...
And Rondo at the end. He won the game for him.
That is true.
In Boston.
In Boston.
This is why I fucking love, like, when I finally can commit, and I know I'm just talking over you about this.
No.
You're like, I've been fucking loving the NBA since it started this year, but that's fine, or last year.
I've been around for a long time.
But I love switching from NBA, or from football drama to NBA drama, because it's amazing. And I tweeted yesterday, I was like, NBA Twitter over MLB Twitter any day, over anything.
Yeah.
I do think it's fun when baseball is, near their deadline and everything's going crazy. But the NBA is just drama all the time. And when I can actually stop and watch it, it's beautiful.
Yeah. NBA stays petty, and it's great. Like,
their fans
forever.
Do. Their Twitter fan base, they all do.
Yeah.
They're always trying to be like, we're better than NFL Twitter. We're better than MLB Twitter. We're better than hockey Twitter. And they have just a chip on their shoulder, and they all just roast each other.
So many roasting. The players, though. The players stay petty, too. Like...
I did see a lot of that on Twitter, just back and forth between even NBA writers that I know. They're just, like, trashing each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, even, like, Kevin Durant, when he first got traded, or when he left the Oklahoma City to go to the Royals, or, duck.
Yeah, he came to the Royals.
When Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City to go to the Warriors, we all called him a cupcake. And what's he do? He makes shoes with cupcakes on them.
Yeah.
They stay petty. They stay mad. And it is wonderful. I love it.
I do, too. Maybe I'm just here for it now because I don't know any better. Because there's nothing else going on, but I want to be here for it always. Just remind me that I need to start being petty around the time that NBA starts back up. Not that you ever have to remind me.
I'm going to remind you. No, that's it.
Hey, Gat, remember stay petty? And I'm like,
stay petty.
Duh, bitch.
Hashtag stay petty. I want you, so we've teased about this, but we never actually did it, was Gat pronouncing players' names. For those of you that don't know, this is a callback I mean, you've always kind of had this kind of... It's not a problem.
Oh, it's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem, but this is a
problem. This
is a way callback to a couple years ago when we were doing an MLB chat, and she said Trevor Plouffe instead of Trevor Plouffe, who then we met like 3 months later.
Like, literally, I think it might have been a couple weeks.
It was pretty quick, and I was like, what?
He was making us drinks.
He did make us drinks all night, and then drank a lot all night himself.
Schwasted.
Very schwasted. Not even a little. Which, if you've ever been to Capitol Grill and had, what are those little lemon drinks called?
No, they're awful. They're pineapple.
Pineapple
martinis.
Yeah, but there's like a stupid name for it. Anyway,
yeah, I think it's French.
If you've ever had one of those, then you know what death feels like, because those will kick your butt.
And we were just drinking white wine that night.
That night, yeah, but he wasn't.
He was drinking the martinis.
Yeah.
Like, we made that mistake the night before, and then we all went to bed at like midnight.
Yeah. We were done. Anyway, so I want you to pronounce, I've got it in the show notes there.
Oh, God.
The last thing on NBA trade deadline. This was not part of the show. I just remembered that this will be funny. Because actually, I can't say it very well either. So say, tell me Giannis's last name there at the bottom. Because the Pelly Boy, Scoopy?
Stop it.
The Scoopy Boys.
Stop it.
The Scoopy Boys did trade to the Bucks, and they got back, or they didn't get this back, but they traded to the Bucks, who are the number 1 in the East. And the Bucks' number 1 player is who? Giannis.
Eric Bledsoe?
Nope, not Eric Bledsoe.
I can pronounce that one. I'm really good at that one. Let me do that one. All right. Antetokounmpo?
That was close. That wasn't bad.
What?
You've missed a syllable.
Antetokounmpo?
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
That was good. I'm impressed. Your Greek has gotten so good.
It's so good that I don't even know what I'm appropriating right now. It's beautiful. Yeah, I think it's because growing up, and I've said this before, I had a speech impediment, but like, that should make me better at pronouncing things because I had to break it down syllable by syllable just to even
Right.
say it. So I'm like, I don't know why, but I was like, plouf.
Plouf.
Like, I looked at the PLOU and I'm like, oh, like flower.
It's spelled like plouf. Like, I don't think if I had seen that for the first time, I would have been like, ploof.
Plouf.
Ploof.
Plouf.
How would the French say it? Like, ploof.
Plouf.
They definitely don't have the owl sound.
They kind of do,
there.
though.
I mean, it's
But
OU,
it's like
which is
it's like
ooh.
we. It's like that. It's a different sound. I don't know. You took French. I did not. You've been to France, right?
I've not been to France. I've been to Spain.
Been to France.
I have not been to France. I did take French, and I hated it. French is a stupid language.
What about cooking in French? You like French cooking? Because there's butter.
Butter. I do love butter.
I do love some butter.
I do love butter.
I like my butter.
Butter face. Okay.
Hey!
Anyway, speaking of sick burns. It's not even a burn.
I really hope it's not like a fire joke.
No, we're going to Daddy Ball.
Oh, yeah. Daddy Ball. Oh, boy. Shannon Sharp.
Yes. So, what is his name? What
LeVar?
L name? LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball was on Shannon Sharp's show. And what do you have to say?
Shannon, I would like to talk about what Shannon shed.
Shannon Shed. Okay,
Shannon
fine.
Shed.
I'll be LeVar.
Okay, it was just like, you cannot be coming in here seriously trying to tell me that your son is better than LeBron James.
Yeah. And he said that his son, that it's not fair because his son is young, but LeVar is better than LeBron because he is so old. And I was like, what?
Yeah, well, he's just been in the NBA for 15 years.
Yeah, he's been in the NBA forever, so my son is better.
Like, what were his numbers at this point? I'm like, I don't think you understand what the word better means.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? And Shannon was so mad. So mad. He's like, your son did blah, blah, blah. And like, he gave his stat line. He's like, it's not even good.
Yeah, and then LeVar is like 23%, 23% free throw three. He can't even make free throws. And then last night when fucking LeBron misses free throws,
Yeah.
you know LeVar's just like, I told you.
Yeah, he probably like quote tweeted it.
Yeah,
He was
probably
like,
just like at Shannon Sharp.
Yeah. That's it. Like,
Fuck.
oh,
It was
LeVar is
was
so
weird.
crazy, and like, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it, but I'm not.
I'm 100% here for it. I would be more here for it if his children were actually better at playing basketball. They're not bad, but they're not great. They're
Arizona's
not
going to
stars.
take all of them, so
all
it's okay.
three. Arizona, you're welcome. Here's the Ball family.
Ta-da!
Have at it.
I didn't watch I tried to watch their show on Facebook,
Yeah.
but I just couldn't get into it that much.
I never saw it.
Then I found myself watching the Bad Baby show on Snapchat with that chick who was like, catch me outside, how about that?
Mm.
And I was just like,
No.
why am I able to watch this? This is horrifying. Like, I
No.
should just be walking away. So that's when I decided I need to get off my phone.
I'm going to go back. I forgot about the Ball show on Facebook. I'm going to go back and watch them all.
Yeah.
I'll report to you
Have
guys.
you caught up on the shows that you were also watching?
No.
You caught up on The Bachelor yet?
No.
But yet you watch Celebrity Big Brother.
And I'm still not caught up. We just got to Super Bowl Sunday.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah.
Have you been playing League a lot?
No, actually.
Oh, I just assumed that's what you've been doing.
I did play League all day yesterday because I was iced in, so I was at home by myself. But I ranked up to gold, so mission accomplished.
Weird flex.
Weird flex.
I'm
But yeah,
by
no, we've been
myself.
watching a lot of Big Brother, The Punisher, and obviously sporting events. So Bachelor, I'm only a week behind on. That's close.
That's not bad.
That's close.
Well, I guess we'll never be able to talk about it on the show, so.
We can talk about it. I know what happened.
See, that's
Twitter
the thing,
ruins
like,
everything.
Are you serious? Like, you can't
No.
be surprised? By
Twitter
anything?
ruins everything. There is one person that we all follow, and she like live tweets it every week, and I'm just like, I used to mute her. Now I just gave up because I like her normal tweets, so I have to like remember to unmute her.
I'll have to have you, like, tell me off air who it is.
I can't remember her handle. She's the writer chick. She's a romance novelist. I don't know if you personally follow her, but we follow her on Sprots.
Oh, cool.
Anyway,
just like the updates just keep coming.
yeah. So I know exactly what happened.
But Colton's not yet.
Yeah.
I thought for sure he's gonna lose his V card this week.
Really?
Yeah, the date was that intense
Yeah.
with Cassie.
With the girl, yeah. Not Cassie.
I thought it was Cassie.
No, it's the other one.
There's a Cassie date.
Oh, wait. No,
I'm
that was
right.
last week. Last week was the other one that was not Cassie.
Yeah.
What's the other one's name? No matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Other beauty queen.
Hannah and Kaylin. Those are the two.
Kaylin was last week. Cassie is the cute speech therapist.
I don't know. They just all started looking alike to me this week.
Cassie's the blonde one.
But Cassie looks like all
Cassie
of them.
looks like Hannah. I get them mixed up a lot.
They just all look alike to me. Besides, the only one that doesn't is the one that's never been kissed. That's why I've been asking a lot of polls on Twitter this week.
Yes. Where were those going? I have no idea.
Okay, so the one where I was like, what was your first kiss?
Yeah.
That was when I was watching The Bachelor.
Okay.
So Hannah or Heather.
Did he kiss her?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody
She has
tweeted about
a
that.
weird shaped head, and she has like big mouth,
Big teeth. Big teeth.
Like, hi, I'm
Yeah.
Heather, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Granted, I have a massive head, so like I can't say
What?
much because I would look like a giant moonchild if I went
A
on The Bachelor.
moonchild.
Plus, in the camera like angles, you can't control those, so I'd be just like, I'd be making awful faces, and it would just be bad. So, anyways, good thing I'm not going on The Bachelor anytime soon. She was talking about how she was in a relationship for 8 months with this guy
And didn't kiss him?
and didn't kiss him. And when they went on their date, they were awkward. Like, because normally when you would
But she's
kiss
still
someone
around.
during the date, like, they just, like, side hugged. Or she, like, turned her head into his chest, like, I just can't see him being with somebody like that. That's
No.
that inexperienced.
That's too far.
Like, because you're her first kiss, first blowjob,
Yeah.
first everything.
First everything.
Like, no.
Okay. No. Mm-mm.
No.
There are too many things that happen down in the nether region of a dude that I would be too worried about, like, freaking, like... Because, I mean, no offense, but you don't know.
You don't
like,
know.
you even like that part. Like, maybe you like girl parts.
You don't know.
I guess you would know in your heart, but
Maybe.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, I know plenty of lesbians that turned lesbian after being with a dude and was like, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked the one question about when your first kiss was. And then I had a lot of people that were conflicted, kind of like I was. Like, I don't know when you count it.
I think your first kiss counts like when it's an intentional kiss, like not those ones that are like, oh, you guys should kiss on the playground or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
all of that stuff does not count. Or like if you ever went to like one of those parties and you were shoved in a closet with like a stranger, those don't count. But if it was your first intentional kiss, like I'm going to kiss this boy, that's your first kiss.
I remember being in, like, because I mean, sorry, mom and dad, I was a hoe. But I'm admitting it. I was like, it was like, I think it was in pre-K. And this boy named Nathan that I was like really good friends with, I thought. We'd already got in trouble together for peeing behind the bushes instead of like peeing. And like we were just, it was weird.
Okay.
We were like we were weird friends.
Skipped doctor play.
Yeah, we
Straight
just
into-
straight to peeing. And he like woke me up from a nap and was like, "We should kiss." I'm like, "Okay." And I clearly remember this in my head. And like we bumped teeth, but I was like super little.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't think it counts.
I don't think that counts either. That wasn't like you went with intent, but it wasn't like I should say an intention of love.
Oh, well, in that case,
Not
have I had
love,
my first
but
kiss?
like
just lie about it.
whatever. Anyway,
I could do that. I've never been kissed.
when was your real life like first kiss?
I think 14.
14. That's solid.
I would tell another story, but I can't because I'm
Does
not going
anybody
to.
even get like a first just kiss anymore? Like you get a first makeout. You
Yeah,
don't
like
get,
that's
a
kind of
first
what I was
kiss.
going with. Like you go all the way from very quick.
Yeah. Somebody was talking about that the other day. They're like, are you okay, not to me, just like in general on Twitter, are you okay with like kissing on the first date? And I was like,
yeah, like, what the hell?
no.
I can't do it. Sorry.
Like, or in the movies, like when they give like a kiss goodnight, like that doesn't happen anymore, does it?
I don't know.
Like when you get walked to your door, like here's a little mwah, bye.
I don't really date gentlemen, so.
It's true.
Yeah. That doesn't really happen.
Somebody that's in the dating scene, let us know.
Somebody
I need
help.
to know, like, is that a thing
I'm
that
out.
happens anymore?
Not me.
Are
Can't
we
talk
just,
about
like,
it.
casually one little peck and good night? Like, they're not even doing that on The Bachelor. There's not been a single one that, except for when he had to kiss Hannah because she, like, awkwardly forced him.
Yeah.
Like, just give me a kiss. And he's like, "Mm." Besides that one,
yeah, that was a weird.
he has, like, made out with every other girl. So,
He has. He absolutely has. And that's our virgin Colton.
Virgin Colton. Somebody tweeted the other day and asked, like, has any of the Bachelor or Bachelorettes ever gotten mono? They had to have, right?
There has to be like something. I know that I'm so susceptible to things. Like if people breathe on me and they were sick like a month ago, I'd be like, "What up?
What up?
I'm sick now." Today is the first day I actually feel better.
That's good. Your
like-
spirits were much more up.
Yeah.
You still sound sick, but you're...
No, I
Peppy.
already yelled at somebody this morning already.
That is true. That'll get your adrenaline pumping.
Yeah. I feel like I shouldn't say that, but you know, sometimes you just have to get mad and yell.
Sometimes you get mad. Hey, yesterday we're going like a mountain. Like we're on the downward step. On Wednesday, you called 2 people a C word before the show.
True.
Now we're just yelling at 1 person.
Yeah.
So progress.
And when you're here, you're here.
When you're here, you're here. I was trying to explain to Nathan. So I was gaming, like I said, all day yesterday.
Yeah.
I was winning. Like I was on a crazy win streak. And then I finally hit my first one that was like going to be a loss. And it wasn't even, I didn't know at the time that it was going to be a loss. We were like 5 minutes into the game. I died. My jungler was pinging my death timer. And so I was trying to explain to Nathan why I called this guy every name in the book, including the C word.
Wow.
For pinging my death timer. He's like, I don't get it. Like, is that a bad thing? Like, because it is. It's like super trolly in League. But like to try to explain that to like a normal person, like they were just showing how long you were dead for. I was like, I know.
Isn't that the worst? I think that's the biggest
Isn't
insult
he
ever.
The biggest asshole to ever exist.
I have honestly never done that to anybody. Like,
Called them that or pinged?
I obviously have called.
I was like,
I called a 12-year-old.
I
I called a 12-year-old that and got banned for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, he got super mad about it.
It was really weird. But anyways, no, but like I've never pinged somebody's death timer before. I think that's hilarious.
It's super douchey to do.
I know, but like if I was at that point with a teammate or an opponent, whatever, I'd just be like, really?
Yeah. Well, you verbally assault them.
Yeah. But that's something. But you can also mute that really easily, and you can mute the pings.
You can mute the pings too. Yeah. And so like I did mute him after. No, I didn't actually. I just kept fighting with him like throughout the whole thing.
You were
like,
so tilted.
My poor AD carry was like, "Can you two just mute each other?" We're like, "No."
So it wasn't even pre-made. It was just like
no,
random.
I knew nobody. Yeah, it was all a bunch of random strangers.
Oh my
And
god, you were just yelling.
he pinged my death timer like 3 times after I had died, and I was solo under the tower.
You were
Like,
support?
Yeah, I was support. I was solo under the tower. He was supposed to come, and he didn't
God.
come, and then he pinged my death timer. And so, I mean, it wasn't that mean of what I said, but he got very mad about it. Anyway, that's
amazing.
That's the stuff that happens in League of Legends. Like, that's a toxic community. And that's what I was trying to explain that to Nathan, and he was like, in Rocket League, you can't even say bad. Like, you can't even say shit. It blocks it. And I was like, oh, I can say whatever I want.
Oh my god.
I was like, I might get banned from chatting.
Yeah, but like, they don't ban you from playing though. They just
No.
ban you because like League bans you from playing.
League doesn't ban you from playing. League bans you from chatting.
Oh,
You
they
didn't
do?
get banned from playing, I don't think,
I
when
just
you were
didn't-
toxic.
Oh, I just didn't play.
Oh, no, I think you just get banned. You usually get like a 3-day ban from chatting, like so
Oh.
you can't chat with your team. Which, who cares?
Yeah. Screw 'em.
Not me.
No communication.
You can lose
necessary.
your account if you get reported like multiple times, but no.
Yeah. I just didn't play. When I got that notice, I'm like, dang it. I just didn't, wow, I feel like an idiot now.
If I lost my account, I would actually cry.
Well, that IG model that got roasted for crying because her Instagram got deleted.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, shut the fuck up.
I would cry too. Like if my Instagram and I was a 1,000 plus, not 1,000, like 10,000 plus account, and it got deleted because I posted something too racy or whatever, I'd be like, dang, I'm dead.
And she had like 1 million, I think.
That's ridiculous. Instagram is ruthless. Like if even like 1 or 2 people report you, it's gone. They'll give it back to you, but like they'll take it down for like a day and review it.
Well, and that's the thing, like when you go back on, your followers aren't the same. That's how that's the only way that some people make money.
Yeah.
Instagram, that's it.
Yeah.
They're a brand, they're a lifestyle on Instagram. I'm like, dear God, it's the world that we live in, whatever, but it's just like, it was crazy to think that her whole income was affected.
I can understand it. I mean, my income wouldn't be like super affected at this point, but I mean, that is the path that I am taking.
It is the path that I have chosen.
So.
All of the things that I had added to talk about we've already discussed. And so I think it's time that we discuss what got you in a couple fights. You did not actively engage in the fight. People were just trying to come at you and tell you that you're an idiot about wrapping up Mahomes and putting him in a bubble, essentially, because he was playing a pickup game of basketball at a gym here in Kansas City, and somebody filmed him, which he has to know by now that he's going to get filmed. So I don't think that he can be mad at those people, but somebody filmed him, and it basically turned into his general manager, Brett Veach, saying, yeah, you're not going to be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah.
And
GM called his agent and said, no.
I always wonder how that stuff goes, because like the GM doesn't just directly call Pat Mahomes and be like, yeah, we're going to have you stop that. He like had to go through the process. It just like blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's so awkward.
No, I mean, it is awkward, but also Pat Mahomes should have known better. Sorry, I just got thrown off because we just got a notification saying that Warner Brothers approved our claim that our show from like 3 weeks ago is not illegal. And so now you can go back and watch it on Facebook.
Hey guys. And I literally, in the notes, all I said was, calm down, it's fine. They're like, why are you okay with, or why should you be able to use this? And I'm like, calm down, it's fine.
Well, Warner Brothers apparently agrees, so they agree that it's fine.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm so glad we just beat Warner Brothers in a lawsuit.
That's it. Yeah. We won.
Suck it. Your Animaniacs need to come back. That was my favorite freaking cartoon.
No.
Animaniacs. No?
Nobody liked that.
I love that one. That and Pepper Ann.
Pepper Ann, I can get behind.
Pepper Ann. She's cool for 7th grade. Pepper Ann, she's 1 in a million.
Yeah, I can get behind Pepper Ann.
Recess?
I did love Recess. Is that a Warner Brothers thing? That's a Disney thing.
It's a Disney thing.
Cool.
I was talking about cartoons.
All
right. I got sidetracked.
Anyway.
Cool.
Animaniacs sucked. Ugh. Those little shorts, like cartoons. Ugh.
Pinky and the Brain.
Pinky and the Brain was pretty lame as well. It had a good song though. That's the only redeeming quality to Pinky.
All right, great. Let's go back to Mahomes being in a bubble and people calling you stupid.
Okay, yeah. So Mahomes was playing basketball. GM Daddy said, no, we're not going to do that because you might get hurt. I'm paying you millions of dollars, so no. GM Daddy. And so yeah, I tweeted that. I am fully supportive of this, especially in the baseball world. They tend to get hurt quite often. Not quite often, but they put themselves in risky situations on motorcycles, jet skis,
banana boats.
That
was amazing.
Like all kinds of crazy stuff that they do in the off season. Not even in the off season all the time. Clayton Kershaw, I think, rides a motorcycle to the stadium in California. So no, they put themselves in all of these risky situations where they could get hurt. And I think it should be in their contract. I mean, they probably can't put it in their contract directly like that, I'd assume. And if they can, it should be. But
no banana boats.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You have agreed to make $10 million a year. That's not how much they make, but you've agreed to make $1 million a year to be an entertainer. This is part of your contract. Like, you have to keep yourself safe. Actors, actresses, they do that all the time. Models, they do not do anything that could possibly bruise them because they know that they can't. Like, this is the life that they've chosen for these 10 years that you're able to do this. And then afterwards, go be a freaking psycho. Go do what you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no. You don't get to do reckless behaviors. So, yeah, people mostly agreed with me. There were a couple that thought it was idiotic because...
It's flat out just being awful to you.
Yeah, like, if you're going to present your point, present it not like a douchebag. And maybe you won't get blocked. So, some people said that some players, they named some players that have gotten hurt, you know, walking around, or like Salvi tripped over his luggage. Like, yeah, shit happens. Absolutely. Like, you can't predict everything. Yeah. You can block out any risky things, because no matter what, just because somebody got hurt walking doesn't make it now equally as dangerous as riding a motorcycle on a California highway.
Clearly it does, and you just don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, those two definitely correlate to each other.
I think you make a great point when you're like, they have their whole life to go on and do something else. Yeah. It's okay.
Go be weird afterwards. Like,
that's when you can.
Yeah. Right now, we are paying you millions of dollars. You have agreed to be an entertainer, athlete. Like, you've agreed to provide this service. Yes, if you got hurt, you probably get paid less anyway. But
yeah, I mean,
still, it's not just you get paid less. Like, that's fine. The entire team depends on you. Like, you are the team. We have no backup. I mean, we do have a backup, but
Chad Henne, #1 backup in the world.
Yeah, it's not a viable backup. Like, we can't just be like, oh, you got hurt. Unfortunate. We're going to cut your pay $2 million, but we'll just stick this guy in and it'll be fine. Like, the other 40 guys on this team's careers are totally not precipiced on your safety.
Because I miss football season. Let's do a hypothetical. Could Chad Henne have taken us to the Super Bowl?
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, let's go all the way back.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am very much on board of you get a bubble life for this 10 years. Sorry.
It doesn't even make sense, because, like, if you are going to make $300 million and over the next 10 years, give or take, because of contracts, like endorsements, plus, like, obviously what your guaranteed is, let's just go ahead and say that you can experience your life and do all the, like, parasailing and resort stuff, and your girlfriend can just deal with, like, you not proposing on a volcano.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, we're talking activities, we're talking anything that puts you in a dangerous situation. Don't do it.
Yes. And yes, I know automobile accidents happen, and that one's unavoidable. We can't rule out everything. It's just not possible. But we can rule out the major ones. Like skydiving.
Falling into a volcano.
Cliff diving. Rock climbing. No. Motorcycles, no.
I would go down to horseback riding.
Horseback riding's a good one. You can break stuff. Anything that you can break. Like, that guy went on The Bachelorette 2 seasons ago. There was an NFL player that was he didn't have a team yet. It was between seasons. He was about to go to the combine like 3 weeks after the show wrapped. He got hurt playing flag football on The Bachelorette. He had to leave the show. He wasn't even getting kicked off. He had to leave so that he could go make sure nothing was broken, all of this stuff, because otherwise he was going to affect his career. Like, it's a career. I
don't get people, and I've said this for a long time, that prioritize relationships over a career. Like, they literally choose to not have anything set in place, or to not have a career, or to not have a job. I mean, there are people that literally do not have anything to offer a relationship, but that's all they're focused on. Yeah. Is, like, dating someone. I'm like, okay, let's go back a minute. What do you have to bring to the table? Nothing. And I'm like, but you're dating. So I'm like, okay, that's just a bad priority. But, like, to know that if you were to be put in a situation where you had to, like, go cliff diving or whatever on The Bachelorette, you know you couldn't do that, or you shouldn't do that. So why would you even go on the show? No.
Yeah. And they're going to make you do stuff. They always do. Like, The Bachelorette is not groundbreaking. They do the same activities every season in a different city.
I think, like, I could excel on a date that was not like the Survivor type one that they just did this Monday. Like, going to the amusement park, going and, like, I don't know, horseback riding all day. I could do that stuff, but, like, just the survival series stuff, ugh.
I know.
They were, like, eating things.
Ugh. Yeah, no, I can't do that. The group dates always suck.
Yeah,
the group dates are really lame. That's why on Big Brother Celebrity right now, that's on right now, there's 2 athletes, Lolo Jones and Ryan Lochte. Both of them are training for the next Olympics in 2020. the Summer Olympics, and both of them are on there. And Big Brother makes them do a lot of physical stuff where they can get hurt, and they're like, they openly admit they're like, I'm taking this easy because I cannot get hurt. Like, I can't win this competition or I might get hurt.
Yeah, and that's all that's like your livelihood.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just get like compensated because you're on the team. You don't even make the team. You have to stay home.
Yeah, you don't get anything. So, yeah, I am full on Bubble Boy life, if that's your chosen. I mean, he doesn't have to play football. If he wants to play pickup basketball games, go be a coach. Yeah,
he's Sam Mellinger tweeted that he needs to basically be allowed to do the following: sleep, eat, work out with an EMT on hand, watch film safe distance from screen, and lay in a cryo chamber.
Blue blockers on.
That's the whole list. If you want freedom, don't win MVP in your first year for a team whose previous best drafted quarterback was Steve Fuller.
Spot on. Spot on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue with them.
This is the life that you've chosen. Like, you think that Travis Kelce does not want to be out doing stupid stuff all the time?
Look at Travis Kelce. He wants to be doing stupid stuff all the time.
He doesn't, though. And he will when he retires. But he knows better. He knows how much he's worth. Like, this is your brand, you know? Like, yes, it's $1 million different athletic brand. But, like, still, like, this is your thing. Like, Tom Brady doesn't eat fucking strawberries because of his brand. Like, that's what he thinks is making him go till 45.
I can't wait till he, like, has, like, the severe vitamin deficiency.
Scurvy.
Like, he basically gets scurvy and dies because of the TB12 method. I'm not saying I want him to die. I'm just saying, like, he is going to show up with, like, some butthole eyes and some serious, like, deficiencies if he keeps going and not refeeding his body at all. I'm like, you're insane.
He is insane. I mean, he's doing fine. He just doesn't have delicious things. Like, he just doesn't enjoy the food that he eats, which, I mean, in his brain, he probably does now. He's been doing it for so long. But can you imagine, like, not having potatoes?
Ever.
And tomatoes. Like, you can have any Italian. No Olive Garden for Tom Brady. Yeah,
Tom Brady could not go with it. We should invite him to Olive Garden, though.
Yeah. You want some stuffed pasta? He can't have tomatoes. He can't have potatoes. He can't have delicious
I would like to
things.
see his Olive Garden order.
Yeah, he probably can't have bread. I assume he's doing no gluten. I know he's doing no dairy.
So, like, you could have salad, but with the salad dressing not on it. With no cheese.
No cheese, no croutons.
He might not be
no tomatoes. There's tomatoes
no tomatoes.
In the salad.
No onions. Maybe probably. Onions.
I think you can do onion.
But why would you want to eat onions? Like, ew.
I like onion.
I know you do.
Pretty good. Yeah. So no, he's not a fun Olive Garden date for sure.
Mahomes probably wouldn't be either now.
Well, Mahomes can eat what he wants. Mahomes has a kind of a little bit of chunk.
Where?
Like, not in a bad, like, not in a, like, he's fat way. He's just like a...
He's wider.
He's a, what do you call it? The
thick boy.
The T's, like, hefty? He's hefty?
Husky.
Husky. He's a husky boy.
It's called our fucking MVP Husky.
He is a husky boy. Like, he's... Like, I haven't seen him shirtless, but if he were shirtless, I would expect him to be pretty solidly jacked and then not...
Oh, no, he has abs.
Does he have abs?
Yeah.
I don't think... Like, he doesn't look like an abs guy to me.
He has abs.
He looks husky. He's a big boy. Like...
His abs are definitely, like, wide and ripply, not as much, like, defined.
Well, he doesn't need, like, a...
No, he has abs.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, that boy looks like he eats pasta, and I know that he did because I saw his Super Bowl meal.
I saw his Super Bowl meal.
And it looked gross. Sorry. But...
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty... Like, if you're like, I wonder what Midwesterners eat for Super Bowl, like...
Was there ketchup?
Yes. On chicken, I think, too.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
Yeah. So, obviously, MVP, pro tomato, as opposed to Super Bowl winner, not pro tomato.
I mean, tomatoes can be life-changing.
I don't know. No. Would you rather have an MVP and maybe future Super Bowl, or would you rather have 6 rings?
6 rings, but no I like tomatoes. My tomatoes.
6 rings, no tomatoes.
I'll go with 6 rings, no tomatoes.
Okay.
It's going to be weird.
6 rings and no tomatoes. So if we stop eating tomatoes tomorrow, we're going
tomorrow, because we're on Olive Garden. We can't not eat. Like, I'm like, excuse me.
If we stop eating tomatoes tomorrow, then we will procure 6 rings. Or maybe even a ring. A little wedding ring. No tomatoes, get married. My new scheme. That's what I'm starting.
Okay, I dig it.
Did you see the TB12 hat that he was revealing?
No.
Ugh.
Oh my god, what is it?
It looks like a poop, like a turd, like on. Like I couldn't even tell what it was.
Find it now.
I don't know if it's on. No pizza. Tom Brady lives a stark, sad little life. No to like fries.
Oh, I kind of forgot about pizza.
He gets nothing. He gets nothing good because he doesn't eat nightshade fruit, which would be tomato, eggplant, all of that stuff. I'm trying to see. It was on his story, so it's probably not there anymore. No, it's not there anymore. Sorry,
Okay.
you can't see it. It's really ugly though.
God, you didn't screenshot the one
I
thing
didn't
that
think
you
about it.
usually screenshot.
Well, I didn't realize until this morning what it was. So I saw the hat, and
Can
I was
you watch
like,
Veggie Tales?
no veggies. I don't think.
Don't
he's-
even look at a tomato.
I don't even think he's Christian. Honestly, maybe he is. I have no idea. Anyway, he put the hat on. He's like, new TB12 hat or new hat or whatever. And he didn't even say TB12. I was like, what is that? It looks so ugly. And then this morning he tweeted out about how it was something for the TB12. So that it finally clicked.
That's
That
incredible.
it was not a poop on his head. So yeah, that's what it was. But we are going to head out because we want Olive Garden now. We've only mentioned it exactly 14 times. But
It's very casually mentioning it.
casually, we're going to Olive Garden. We're having our final feast, as tomorrow we are giving up tomatoes to be more like Tom Brady. We will get at least one ring on this finger, a nice wedding ring. Otherwise, we'll take 6, maybe 6 wedding rings. Maybe we'll get 6 proposals. I don't
Ooh,
even
All right.
have to have the full ring. Just a proposal. I can't even talk anymore. Yeah, but we're gonna go have some OG. Follow us everywhere at Sprots Takes on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Snapchat. Don't do it on Snapchat, but everywhere else, mostly Instagram and Twitter.
Exactly.
We'll update you on all our Olive Garden eating.
We will.
Okay.
So have fun.
Bye.
Thanks for stopping